Welcome back to the channel everyone. As you can see that not much has changed, but at the same time it feels like everything has changed. I have a new camera now, so the quality should be a little better. Okay, so today's video is going to be about something called space tethers. But before we dive into that, let's look at the inspiration which made this video possible. Love, Death and Robots. LDR, not this one, is an adult animated anthology series on Netflix. The 18-episode first season was released on March 15, 2019.
The whole goal of the series was to bring this wealth of great short stories and marry them with some of the great work that's being done around the world in animation. And then do it for adults. Because, fuck the kids, really.
The series is produced by Tim Miller, Jennifer Miller, Joshua Donen and David Fincher. I'm a huge fan of Fincher, just to have it out there. The series is actually a reimagining of Fincher and Miller's long in-development reboot of the 1981 animated science fiction film called Heavy Metal. So what does an equipment used by astronauts has to do with a Netflix TV show? Well, small tangent, but we first need to understand what exactly is an EVA. Extravehicular activity, or EVA, is any activity done by an astronaut outside a spacecraft beyond the Earth's atmosphere. Normally, the term applies to what has been termed as a spacewalk outside the craft that is orbiting Earth, such as the International Space Station. Okay, so now that you've understood what an EVA is, let's go back to Netflix.
Just, fuck the kids, really.
Helping Hand, Season 1, Episode 11. Astronaut Alexandria Stephens attends to a faulty satellite in Earth's orbit. During a spacewalk, her old model EVA suit is hit by a stray screw from orbital debris, casting her hopelessly adrift with only 14 minutes of oxygen. She seals the upper left arm of her suit using her watch strap, then removes the left glove, exposing her left arm to the vacuum of space. Throwing the glove pushes her back towards the satellite, but she narrowly misses grabbing hold as she drifts back past her beaten-up maintenance vehicle, the Anthem. She decides to break her now frozen left forearm and throws it in the last-ditch attempt to make it back to her ship. Back on board, she performs emergency self-triage, then radios Bill, her ground controller, who asks with relief if she still needs a hand. Okay, so without going into too much detail about space tethers and different applications of the same, because some of them aren't simply just tethers. For example, we have umbilical cables, UCST in rockets, UCST in spaceships, and something called the Manned Maneuvering Unit, or the MMU. Yeah, so coming back to Helping Hand, I believe all of that could have simply been avoided if the protagonist Alexandria had at least some kind of a space tether. I rewatched the movie Gravity the other day while researching for this video, and space tethers were literally everywhere. And on multiple occasions, the movie reminds us how important of a role they play during spacewalks. Even the entire exterior skeleton of a spaceship is designed with tether locks and various different attachment mechanisms, bars and rods for an astronaut to essentially climb up and down across in zero-G. I can't say for sure why that wasn't the case already to begin with in Helping Hand, but it totally should have been. Or it simply could have just been the case that Alex clearly had an option of using a tether but just forgot. That's pretty much it for today, guys. It's really nice to be back. I'm trying to keep these relatively short now. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.